You're 14, and the man who just bought you tests your teeth before he learns your name. Then he doesn't ask it anyway. He just nods, counts the money, and points at the ground. A black hole carved into the earth. No light inside. No sound coming out. Just silence. And the smell of something that used to be human. He leans in close. Gold makes kings. Then he smiles. But it buries boys. And you realize you've just been traded for whatever is down there. Age 14, you enter the mouth. You step forward because you have no choice. Your feet hesitate. Your body doesn't. Because someone behind you pushes. Hard. You stumble into darkness. Instantly, the air changes. Heavier. Thicker. Like breathing through wet cloth. You hear metal. Clanking. Rhythmic. Dozens of pickaxes hitting stone in sync. No voices. No laughter. Just work. You're handed a helmet. Cracked. Loose. Useless. Then a pickaxe. Too heavy for your hands. Follow them. That's all they say. You follow. Down a narrow tunnel. Walls dripping. Ground uneven. No support beams. No warning signs. Because in many informal mining sites worldwide, safety is optional. Production isn't. You walk past men with hollow eyes. Boys younger than you. Covered in dust. Looking like ghosts who forgot how to leave. One of them looks at you. Smiles. New one, he says. Then coughs. And doesn't stop. You want to ask something. Anything. But the words don't come out. Because something inside you already knows. Questions don't survive here. Only workers do. And not for long. And as you take your first step deeper, you feel it. This place doesn't just trap bodies. It rewrites them. And tomorrow, you start digging. Age 15, you learn what pain costs. You wake up before the sun. Not because of discipline. Because of impact. A boot. To your ribs. Move. You don't argue. You grab your pickaxe. Your hands already blistered. Already bleeding. Already used. You enter the tunnel again. And this time, you don't hesitate. Because hesitation is punished. Speed is expected. Endurance is survival. You swing. The vibration travels through your arms. Into your bones. Again. 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 12 hours pass like seconds. Or maybe seconds pass like hours. You don't know anymore. Because underground, time doesn't exist. Only repetition. In real small-scale gold mining, workers often spend 10 to 14 hours daily underground. Without ventilation. Without masks. Breathing silica dust. That dust scars the lungs. A disease called silicosis. Permanent. Progressive. Fatal. You don't know the name. But you feel the damage. Every breath burns slightly more than the last. A boy next to you coughs. Then jokes. Free lung cleaning. You almost laugh. Almost. Because humor here is strange. Dark. Sharp. Necessary. Because if you don't laugh, you notice. And if you notice, you break. A man slips nearby. A rock shifts. Everyone pauses. For half a second. Then continues. Because stopping doesn't save him. It only risks you. That night, you lie on cold ground. Body shaking. Hands numb. And you realize something terrifying. Pain doesn't mean stop anymore. It means continue. Because pain here is the baseline. And tomorrow, they expect more. Age 16, gold doesn't set you free. You feel different today. Not stronger. Smarter. You've learned where to strike. Where the rock sounds hollow. Where the earth whispers back. You swing. Carefully. Then, a flash. Small. Bright. Impossible. You freeze. Then your heart explodes. Gold. You're first. You look around. No one sees. Or maybe no one reacts. Which is worse? You chip a piece. Then another. Hide it in your boot. Your pulse races. not fear. Hope. Because for the first time, you're not just surviving. You're taking control. You whisper, "This is mine." But underground, ownership is an illusion. At the end of the shift, they call you forward. No shouting, no questions, just a hand held out, waiting. You hesitate. That's your mistake. Because hesitation confirms everything. They take it, all of it, and then they make an example. Not brutal, but visible. Because systems like this don't punish for justice. They punish for control. Your hours increase. Food decreases. Eyes follow you now. Not as a worker, as a warning. That night, you laugh. Quietly. Because you understand something now. Gold isn't freedom. It's leverage. And you have none. But knowledge? That's different. And you just gain some. And next time, you won't be careless. Age 18. You stop being a worker. You change your strategy. Less force. More observation. You study everything. Movements. Orders. Mistakes. Because survival isn't about strength. It's about understanding the system. You become efficient. Quiet. Reliable. Invisible. And invisible workers don't get punished. They get promoted. You're moved closer to operations. Less digging. More responsibility. You watch gold being processed. Crushed. Washed. Mixed with mercury. A liquid metal that binds to gold particles. Used globally in artisanal mining. Cheap. Accessible. Extremely toxic. Mercury vapor damages the nervous system. You see it. Hands shaking. Voices slurring. Movements delayed. One man tries to light a cigarette. Misses 3 times. Laughs. Hands dancing again. No one laughs. Because this isn't funny. It's slow damage. But the gold keeps flowing. You learn routes. Buyers. Middlemen. You realize something critical. Gold isn't rare. Control is. And for the first time, you're not thinking about escaping. You're thinking about rising. Because the top of the system doesn't breathe dust. And maybe that's where you belong. But rising here means becoming part of what trapped you. And that thought stays with you. Age 20. The collapse that reveals you. It starts with silence. Too quiet. Too still. Then, a crack. Deep. Violent. Final. The ground shakes. Walls collapse. Darkness swallows everything. Dust fills your lungs instantly. You drop. Crawl. Blind. Searching. Air. Light. Anything. You see it. A gap. Small. But enough. You can escape. Right now. Then. A voice. Behind you. Weak. Fading. The tunnel manager. Pinned. Crushed. Still alive. Barely. You freeze. Because this is the same man. Who enforced punishments. Who watched you suffer. Who never hesitated. Now, he's just another body. Running out of air. In real mining collapses, oxygen levels drop rapidly. Survival windows are minutes. Not hours. Minutes. You look at the exit. Then at him. Then back again. Your heart races. Your lungs burn. Your brain splits in two.
Are
Run,
you okay?
or stay.
Can you hear
And
me?
suddenly, everything you've learned
Oh no!
means nothing. Because this isn't about survival
No!
anymore. It's about who you are. When survival isn't the only option, and you have seconds to decide which path you will choose.